So listen, the big news is you're going to have Sting, and he's going to be returning to American TV. I know he's been on the WWE pay-per-view, WWA pay-per-views, but that's not the same thing. So when you get to announce Sting, boy, is it big. The Torch would say this: Sting is scheduled to work the anniversary show this week, which will be the first time he's appeared on a pay-per-view held in the United States since WCW was sold. Sources report the deal between Sting and TNA was actually struck during last week's pay-per-view as it was on the air. TNA's head of talent relations, Bob Ryder, was said to be on the phone working out the details with Sting during the show, which is why the announcement didn't come until late in the broadcast. It was a case where the announcer really was informed of major news in his headset during the show, rather than just pretending it was breaking news. A member of the TNA production team reports that Mike Tenay was told just a short time before he made the announcement and had to ask the production truck whether to make the announcement right away or wait for a graphic to appear on the screen. Sting is scheduled to team with Jeff Jarrett in a match against AJ Styles and a mystery partner in the main event of the show. Sting's deal with TNA is believed to be a one-night-only agreement, although the door is certainly open on TNA's end for future dates. So let's remind everybody, this is 2003. We're 2 years removed from WCW going out of business. The invasion angle has come and gone. It was a mess. WWE is shifting gears in 2002. They're actually changing the name of the company to WWE. They're trying to find that next big thing. It looks like Steve Austin is going to be wandering off, and certainly The Rock is going to be going to do movies. Wrestling is in a state of flux. Everybody wants to land this big fish. And somehow, some way, Vince McMahon can't do it. By God, Double J does. How does this deal happen? And is it true that Bob Ryder was negotiating during the middle of the week prior show? How crazy is that?
So, Conrad, can I ask you a question? We're going to have some fun. You're down on the beach.
Yes.
I'm hoping under your desk you may be having, I don't know, maybe a rum drink or maybe
water.
Oh God, you're at the beach, maybe a little pina colada. Well, I'm kidding you. But can I ask you a question? Do you, because I'm, as you know, and these listeners know, I can't do impersonations, but you're pretty damn good. Do you think you do a better Eric or a better Bruce? I'm hoping Bruce today.
Okay. I mean, I don't know that I do a good Eric or Bruce, but I'll take a stab.
Okay. I'm just going to tell you that paragraph that you just read about Bob Ryder.
Oh God, don't say this.
It is completely fiction.
Yeah. Okay.
So how would Bruce respond if you're Bruce and I'm Conrad and say blah 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 blah? Hey, so tell me, Bruce.
No, I don't want to do an anti.
Okay.
Rant. Like, I hear you though. It's fiction. Okay. So you knew going in you're going to do it.
So, and I'm going to kind of tip the cat. God rest Bob's soul, but he didn't. However that I have no idea. But Sting in these, because look, I had worked with him in WCW. We had been around each other a lot in WCW. And we wrestled each other in New Zealand. We wrestled. I mean, we had, since WCW goes anyway. So, but in those early years, Bob Carter and Dixon, but they gave me approval to call Sting and start negotiations and all that. But in those early calls, Sting was like, why don't you tell your dad to give me a call? And they didn't really talk money, but they just kind of talked. I'll just say kind of talked, just a feel-good deal kind of conversation. But when we were having the conversations and all that I don't remember exactly. It might have been the day of or the day before that Sting agreed. Yeah, I'll come next week. One-shot deal. We'll leave it open. And because that was the kind of running joke from the very beginning. Because Sting, again, he's the franchise player at WCW. At this stage, I would probably say that I don't say he had no interest in going to WWF. That's not true, but he just didn't think it was really in the cards. Didn't really show. Well, I don't think he's really sure where he wanted to take his life. But do I really step back into this pay-per-view only company in the States, because he agreed to do the Andrew McManus shows. They were out of the country. They were kind of one-offs. There was no binding. He was getting paid great money. It was, in his eyes, maybe an independent more situation. All right, now I'm going to go to work here. The thing that I believe that got Sting to our very first show was one guy, and that's my father. Kind of the emotional heartstrings were tugged in me and Sting's conversation, and he's like, your dad gave me, and he never ever forgot that. The other day we were having a conversation with someone in catering, and Sting looked across the table and said, Jeff's dad gave me like the first start. The guy didn't know it. And he's like, yeah, anyway, Sting's really never forgot that. Kudos to him. And by God, what he did on Dynamite, he's timeless. He's something else, man. Hats off. But
well, let's keep that tight shot on Jeff here for a minute. Jeff, we're going to see you climb into the top rope and jumping off on any tables anytime soon? Maybe right after you take a Canadian?
That's an inside joke, folks, between me and Conrad, that I got to cut my eyes across at him and
just shake his head real subtly.
Conrad,
it will be one of my favorite Jeff Jarrett stories till the end of time. First time the Canadians brought up, I look. Second time the Canadians brought up, we lock eyes immediately. Third time, the Danny DeVito. It is my favorite. It is my favorite gif on Twitter. Just Danny DeVito doing the Jeff Jarrett. Won't be doing that. Listen, it's a big deal to have Sting. I'm glad that Sting is going to be here. Obviously, he wanted to try to pay back. You guys have been working on it for a while. The 1-year anniversary show feels like, the perfect time. Do you wish you would have had more of a runway, or were you good with just this 1 week?
Of course. The thing, and we covered this several episodes again, the first 26 episodes, I'll go into that, scratching and clawing. We just tried to put on the very best show every week. It was that simple. The Health South in the first 90 days, Lose the Investor, Panda Energy International stepped up. The Carter family stepped up. All right, let's get our kind of footing, if you will. We're going right into the holidays. We had to figure out that holiday schedule and all that. Coming into the new year, we're like, okay, let's we got that budget. We knew that we, all in, the entire company was no more than $100,000. And I think about that, Conrad, we were running the entire operation on less than $100,000 a week. And that's everything. And, the revenue off pay-per-view, and we were starting to get some international stuff, India, Australia. We were working on different things. We had kind of got things, I'll say, semi-manageable. But when we did that Jarrett Raven match, and look, again, we couldn't get exact numbers, but we knew it did well. We also knew that, okay, we had to kind of extrapolate. If we're turning away as many people as we could let in the building, that's got to be an indicator. Anyway, I say all that to say that was April. I'm not sure what we did in May, but June, of course, we would have liked to have a 3 or 4 week runway, but we didn't. But we also said on this anniversary, Sting's a huge get. He wanted to kind of feel out, not just me, or I mean, everything about the company. And man, boy, did he get an experience on week 1. But so grateful to this day that Sting gave us a chance. And things worked out through the years for us because he was a needle mover off camera for damn sure in our programs as far as gaming and licensing and international deals and all that.